Morning, folks. A few things today. I know you've heard me mention a couple of times over the last week about the mandated testing for our employees that work in our health centers, both assisted and skilled. That starts today for us. I can tell you that I went home last night with a pounding headache, facing the reality that Canterbury Woods, like all long-term care, was facing a huge expense with this, because this was not, this is a state mandate that was unfunded. So, for instance, Canterbury Woods we have 150 staff that were to be tested or are going to be tested twice a week, and that's about $100 a test. So you can do the math, and we were facing a $30,000 weekly bill for testing. And that testing is mandated for at least the next month, and then it goes from there. Fortunately, the state, we believe, came through last night with making this testing or pushing this testing off on the insurance companies to make sure that it would be paid for by the insurance companies or by the individual employee's insurance. So we believe that's true at this point. And so that will certainly mitigate a tremendous expense that we were facing and that all long-term care was facing in order to be able to comply with these tests. So I want to thank, we've been doing a lot of calling of our elected officials. I've talked to several staff members on the phone, several elected official staff members on the phone, and I know throughout New York State, our advocacy groups have been doing a lot of work there. So I want to thank Kathy Hochul and her office, of course, our Lieutenant Governor from right here in Western New York. I want to thank Crystal People-Stokes' office. I talked to Mark Boyd, her Chief of Staff, yesterday. Gate Circle is in her district. As we know, she's the majority leader in the Assembly, and she's always been very receptive, and I know that he was following through immediately. And I also want to thank Senator Tim Kennedy and his office as well, because I know they've been working on this, and we hope we have a good resolution. So, also in phase two, the phase 2 opening in New York State includes salons and barbers. So for all of our folks out there, our ladies in particular, and certainly our male residents, I'm sure that some of you are doing a little bit of a cheer right now. I'm actually meeting with our salon vendor here in our Williamsville salon vendor, because the salon is here next week, and we're going through what her opening process would be when the stage 2 opening process here in Western New York starts. So it's pretty regimented, and it includes things such as within our salon, there will only be 2 stylists at a time and only 2 residents at a time. And those residents that are in there having their hair done would have to sit in the stylist chairs. Everybody would be wearing face masks. Anybody that's waiting for an appointment would have to wait outside the salon, so we would have to prepare for that here in Williamsville. Of course, everything will be clean and sanitized, and so on and so forth. I can also tell you that nail services and spa-style services are not part of phase 2, so they're not available yet, but I will talk with Sue, who will be here next week, and we'll talk about when those happen. So, a bit of good news. The salon services are part of phase 2. That means the salon services folks can come back, and hopefully in the next 2 weeks or so, we'll be able to engage that service again here in Williamsville. So, more to come on that. I also want to announce that the Gate Circle Fitness Center is opening tomorrow. So hopefully certainly that's a positive thing for the residents at Gate Circle. A memo specifying the rules and regulations, or specifically the rules, is going out today by Tracy. She's been working with the staff there, including Paul, on how we would engage that. So I can tell you the basic rules are this. Only one resident can use the fitness center there at a time. 2 residents if you're living together. So 2 if you live together in the same apartment, 1 if you don't. We have specific key fobs that are available that will allow you to access that fitness center. So the key fobs that you have now, Gate Circle residents, will not let you into the fitness center. You actually have to go to the front desk, get a specific key fob, that key fob will let you in. There'll be a 1-hour time limit, and we encourage you to make an appointment. So you can they'll have a time slot, and call the front desk for that, and come down to the front desk before your time slot or during your time slot, get the key fob, go and use the fitness center. Again, this will be specified in a memo distributed today by Tracy. Our staff is going to be doing cleaning on an ongoing basis down there, probably every hour on the hour. We're working through that. We also ask the residents commit to do cleaning as well. So as we know, whether it's here in Williamsville or down at Gate Circle, there are cleaning stuff there. There's spray bottles and so on, and paper towels and so on. So please, residents, please help us out, but our staff is going to be cleaning there as well. Finally, I talk a little bit about the landscaping here. So I urge the residents here in Williamsville to be a little patient with our landscaping. As you know, we've been devoting a lot of resources to having our security personnel at the front and doing temperature checks and all this stuff because this is a big campus. So we've been kind of moving staff around. We're in the process of hiring 2 or 3 part-time security folks, which will man the security post at the main entrance, and that will free up some of our additional landscaping folks that have been doing some intermittent work at the security post to refocus on landscaping. So if areas of the campus aren't being mowed as quickly as possible or quickly as you've seen, just be a little bit patient. We're aware of that. And like anything else going through this, COVID process, it's about resource utilization and just making sure that our first priority, obviously, is to keep the residents safe, and then coming up with solutions as we move forward, like making sure our landscaping gets done and so on and so forth. So, of course, if you have any questions on any of those things, please reach out to me via my email address. It's rwallace@echa.org, and I will see you on Friday. Have a good day. Thanks.